We call this a World Peace Yagna, but there are actually many objectives of the Yagna. On the screen above, you see the 25 major goals of the Yagna, along with the deity invoked to produce the desired result. Fire plays an even more important part in the Yagna than water. Fire is thought to represent the supreme self in each person, called the Atman, which is also the supreme self of the universe, called Brahman. When offerings are made into the fire, the energy or essence of the substances being offered are released into the universe. The primary offering is always ghee. During this yagna, thousands and thousands of gallons of ghee will be offered into the fire. When the sun shines on the earth, its solar energy is first concentrated into grass, eaten by cows that produce milk. The main ingredient in milk is actually concentrated solar energy. The milk is refined into butter, from which ghee, a golden-colored liquid that even looks like the sun, is made. When the ghee is offered into the fire with the accompanying mantras, the solar energy is released, and the vibration of the mantra spreads out into the universe. The science of offering involves one section of mantras being recited, followed by the word swaha. Swaha means, I offer this. With the pronunciation of swaha, the offering is put into the fire. Along with ghee, many other substances are offered into the fire. Woods, leaves, fruits, nuts, beans, grains, and even specially prepared sweets and other foods are all offered into the fire to produce the specific results for specific parts of the yagna. Often, the mantras of a particular deity are woven into the recitation of Rudra Namakam. If you listen carefully, you can hear the Mahalakshmi mantra, which begins Om Shreem Hreem Shreem Kamale Kamalalaye, followed by one verse from Rudra Namakam, followed by a Sai Baba mantra, concluding with the offering Swaha. Thus, on this particular day, Rudra is being combined with Mahalakshmi and Sai Baba mantras, the goal being to bring peace through Rudram, spiritual and material wealth through Lakshmi, and illumination through Sai Baba. Here, one of our favorite pundit boys chants and offers ghee into the fire, along with other pundits. The fire pits are called Homa Kundas. It is recorded that long before temples existed, people in India worshipped through making offerings into the fire. Like most of the pundits, he has 3 stripes of holy ash on his arms and forehead. The stripes indicate he is a worshipper of Shiva. The stripes have a sort of luminescence to astral beings and provide protection. In accordance with Vedic science, the fire pits, called Homakundas, are created in different shapes. Each shape produces a slightly different energy for the particular yagna that is being performed. The center of the homam activity takes place at the main Homa Kunda. Homam generally takes place between 4 and 7 p.m. each evening of the yagna. At the conclusion of the homam or fire yagna, copious amounts of ghee are poured into the fire. Here, Shanti, or peace mantras are recited while ghee is poured in a continuous stream into the fire. These ceremonies at the end of the fire yagya are called Purnahoti. During Purnahoti, the Upabrahmas circle the main fire with a coconut in hand. Circumambulization symbolizes reverence for the fire, which represents the Supreme Self, or God. The coconut is symbolic of life and the world. Heart on the outside, sweet fruit and milk on the inside, and unmanifest space at the core. The fiber represents the physical body, the shell, the ego. The sweet kernel is the subtle body. The sweet water is the causal body, and the space represents the divine soul. The end of the evening's homam, Purnahoti, is a joyous and celebratory time. Precious objects such as small gems representing the 9 planets, silk, a coconut, and 5 precious metals are placed into the fire while special mantras are recited. Fireworks are sometimes lit, and a band begins to play along with the mantras. Of course, all these fires need fuel. Here we see a truckload of wood being delivered to the yagya site. In all, about 80 to 100 tons of firewood will be used during the 18-day yagya. Many other supplies are needed for the homam besides firewood. Here are some of the thousands of bilva fruit and leaves that will be offered during the yagya. It is felt that the energy of the bilva fruit released in the fire offering acts as a sort of bomb against terrorism. When possible, the school grows its own supplies, as with these flowers that are used in the many flower leis produced each day. White and red roses and other colored flowers are supplied along with tulsi, or basil, from cities like Hyderabad, Bangalore, and Kakinada. Some of the food is also grown here on the campus, as with the squash, grown in the most unlikely of places, on the roof.